This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast. Hey, Betsy.
Hey, Marcy. Hey, Marcy.
I am truly so excited to have our guests on today because we are we've almost been friends for 20 years, right? Almost 20 years.
Almost 20.
Oh, really?
And she is just so fucking dope. I know you're going to love her. She is a student of the universe.
Yes.
And she's also part of the podcast Party in Peril, Shaddai Berron. Did I do it, Shaddai?
You did it. That's a perfect intro. And you rolled your R perfectly. I love
That's
it.
a good
you.
R roll for
That was
sure,
a very
Marcy.
good R roll. Yeah.
I just remember meeting Shaddai and her trying to teach her five, most of them were from the Midwest.
Right.
And then me. It was a bunch of corn-fed,
It was
white.
a culture shock. It was I think I told you, Marcy. It was like the first time I was around white people, like really around other white people. Because I grew up in South Texas, and right by the border of Mexico. So that's all I knew. And this is my first time away from home at 19. Is that how old we were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We turned 20 there.
Yeah. And it was just
Wait, where
weird.
was it? College?
Oh, we met at the Walt Disney College program.
Yeah.
Walt Disney World College, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
I know. They put a whole
We-
bunch of strangers in a house.
Yeah. It was like the boring real world. It was six.
It was literally the
I mean, that
boring
is
real
funny,
world.
like Walt Disney Real World, where everybody's just like, what happened?
Did your cat
my
fall
cat,
down?
my cat just had something fall on him. Sorry, yes.
Oh,
I watched it happen in slow motion. But yeah, there were six of us in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath apartment.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were very
Whoa.
fortunate to have someone who was of age, who was 21.
That's right.
And so she hooked us up with the alcohol.
That
Very
loser.
good. That loser.
Yeah. With just the shitty ass Smirnoff, and we would just make, what was it, with the orange juice, make screwdrivers and shit.
Yes.
That was
Yep.
basically
Oh
it.
my God. Yes. I call that
Nasty.
person, I can't remember their name, but Bethany.
Yes, Bethany.
I only say loser. She was so funny. We laughed our heads off. But
yes.
if you were 21, you could live in this apartment complex that was for 21 and up.
Oh.
And they partied hard there. And so everyone underage lived together. And for some reason, she chose to live with underage people.
I mean,
'cause
she's
I
probably like,
think
this
she-
is going to make me rad.
Right. Yeah. She had the wherewithal.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the cool one in the house. Oh my
But
God.
I can remember, Shaddai, the conversation you were talking about when you said that you'd never lived with or never been around white people before. And I remember this because I always call on this. I was like, what do you mean? You're not white? I had no idea.
yeah.
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 I mean,
Because-
I'm definitely white passing for sure.
But even still, I thought that, I just didn't know that, because you're from Mexico and I've met other Mexican people. I also thought that was called white people, though.
Yeah.
That's a weird kind of sheltered where you
Right.
don't even know that
Yeah, I
people
know.
who
Yeah.
aren't white.
right. Yeah.
Basically, no, it's true. It's really true, and it's interesting because I think a lot of us maybe because my family especially is very mixed. And so, some of us are darker, some of us are even lighter. Like my mom's a redhead naturally. She's a curly hair redhead. And everyone thought that she was adopted because she was the only one that came out with red hair and things like that. So it's interesting how like the mix that we have. And unfortunately, like a lot of that racism still is in Mexico, obviously, like within the lighter colored skin people. And like people will marry others for their kids to be lighter. Like they want their kids to be lighter. So they are like looking for partners and spouses and stuff to like naturally bleach their own family line, basically. It's so weird.
Oh, I never thought of it like that. But I guess that is a lot of like, I like guys with blue eyes. It's like, well, that I know what you're gonna get with the blue eyes.
Yes.
I know what that package looks like.
Right? Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah. Wow. That's
holy shit.
Weird. I mean, it's a lot to absorb at once.
Right.
Also, I just want to keep going. Shaddai was a little goth when we lived together.
Good.
Oh, dude, not even a little. Like, and I still technically am like down. Now I'm a very colorful pastel gothy bitch. But
and
yeah,
she's
like
very tall. How tall are you?
6 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she always had Jinkos and like so
yes,
this
Jinkos.
and her,
those early 2000s.
You had like piercings and stuff, and you
right,
remember
piercings, tattoos.
Originally, Shaddai and I were not in the same bedroom, but we got along the best. So she moved into my room. There's a lot of other stuff that went on.
Who'd you kick out? Who'd you kick out?
Luckily, one of our roommates left, right? And she was actually my roommate. So she was busy enjoying her youth with many different men and boys within the club. And a lot of times I wouldn't be in my room because she was too busy fucking. So like for a good while, she got, what was it? She got tired because she missed her boyfriend back home. And I was like, what the fuck? You have a boyfriend? I had no idea.
All the while, you're like sleeping on the couch or whatever. Or at Jalen's.
Yes, or somebody's
like
house at one of our friends. Yeah.
Yeah, she was sleeping over at other people's homes because her roommate was like having bad sex in their like shared room.
Yeah.
So she leaves because she misses her boyfriend. And then my roommate was a bit strange. She was peculiar. I don't want to. It sounds bad.
She had her quirks. And
she
I
was
think
very nice.
Very nice, very sweet, very nice. She had her quirks. And I think because Marcy and I, at that point already, we were just hanging out all the time, going to concerts,
smoking
doing
cigs.
Yeah. Like we had our own connection.
Ciggies.
So we were able to sell the idea to her by saying like, listen, you can have this whole room all by yourself, like do whatever you want so that Marcy and I could like room together. And that was perfect.
I remember part of why I didn't like rooming with her is because she would gasp really loud in the middle of the night and sit up and stare at me.
No.
Oh, that's
shit,
right.
Marcy.
Listen, I'm no better. I am gassy, so I know I fart a lot. So I'm pretty sure our like evenings was not any better. But I remember you saying like, she is staring at me.
She would stare at me in my sleep a lot.
Marcy, spooky. You should have opened with that of like, here's why I didn't want to stay with her.
Honestly, I think I repressed it. I just remembered that she
would.
would.
Oh, shit. That's gotta be weird, right? Like the silhouette of just her standing.
It was the
up
eyes. I could.
Oh, you were able to
the
see?
eyes.
And
Yes.
did she know she was doing it? Like.
I don't. This was like
that's
I said.
A good question.
We live with at least two very strange women,
At
and
least.
at least. I think one of them was pretty chill and normal. But yes, so if we say any more, we sound like bullies. So
I like this. I
Yeah,
like this.
it's
Come
true.
on, give me some Disney World bullying.
But you know what, Ian, Marcy, you're not wrong, because I know I was a fucking bully. Like I
it's so funny.
was. Because
you're
I was
so nice.
I mean, no, like I was so living with me. Oh, this was another thing that scared Marcy. She was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna have to clean the room," because I was like heavy on making sure our place was clean, and like the kitchen, the bathroom, like all our shared
Yeah.
stuff. Like if they had their shoes out, I was throwing their shoes, and I think yeah, Julie, she was sweeping, and I was like, "That's not how you sweep." And I grabbed the broom and I swept for her. I was just shocked because like I'm so or I was. Now I'm much more lenient. But yeah, I was like a stickler for having a clean home.
Also, a
That's
weird thing
cool.
she did was someone got conjunctivitis and she put tea in their eye. She boiled water and steeped tea and then let it cool, and they allowed her to drop it in their eye. You were
It's good for you. Listen, it was funny because this is okay. So back then, and here's what's funny. It's also growing up, we did a lot of home remedies. Like I had so many home remedies that I've learned, and I think partly because of my grandmother, which is also passed down to my mom, and so on and so forth, of using a lot of herbal stuff and things to do naturally, right? So yes, tea was one for the eye. Remember when I put lard in Bethany's hair?
You do sound like a bully.
I wasn't.
No, this will help.
I was doing it for real. I was really trying to help. Yeah, because she like over bleached her hair and it got so dry.
Bethany, of course, Bethany did.
God,
yeah,
we're
on,
just like
Bethany.
walking down memory lane.
She's like, I'm gonna bleach my hair and like I'm gonna be so cool with these underage kids.
The 21-year-old gonna bleach my hair, buy
and
them
she
booze.
she would talk like this. Was her voice was kind of high?
Mom. Yeah, it was a hi.
She's like, my mom calls you Mandy, Marcy.
It was so cute.
Anyway,
so cute.
I only say the tea thing because look, if you were like, I'll put a tea bag on your eye to soothe it, but you were literally I walked in and I was like, you're pouring tea on a person's face. And
I waited till it was cool. It was like, nice and cool. It wasn't gonna hurt.
Okay.
Did it work?
Did it kill them? No. I didn't. You know what? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember.
We just let Shaddai do whatever. She
I
had
know.
a wise
Y'all
air,
let me do a lot of shit.
So I called you a student of the universe. What does that mean to you?
Okay, so what it means to me is last year, it's funny how we all talk about excuse me. We'll talk about how like 2020 has been this crazy shit year. Well, my personal shit year was 2019 when like I was very toxic to myself and a lot of things, right? Where I just honestly was feeling so depressed. Like that was the first time that I had this sort of depression, and I started therapy and I started really to work on myself mentally, emotionally, to get back in line, because I had two people in my life who killed themselves right on Christmas and New Year's, like within that same time period. And then I had what's called survival remorse or survivor's guilt. Survivor's guilt. So I was dealing with survivor's guilt because I was like, I just talked to you like right before Christmas. It's like you picked up your paycheck. We were talking about the gifts you got for your daughter, like all this stuff, right? And so I fell into this rabbit hole that my therapist was able to like help me through homework, where I was saying, it's like how, like why did they kill themselves if they had all these things, all these reasons to live, right? Like you got kids, you got a spouse, you got a home, you got all these things, and I couldn't understand where the break was. And she said it in a way that threw me into this ride where she said, like, those are those are outside things. That's outside stimulation. There are people in this world who will lose their home, who will lose a close family member, who will lose basically what we consider their life, and they still find joy and happiness to live. Like, they still find a reason because that's internal. It's something that outside sources can't get in. Like, they're good and they're strong enough to like hold that. And I was like, holy fuck, like, what is mine? Like, I realized, because I was like, I'm in my late 30s. I'm not married. I don't have any kids. Like, I just couldn't figure. I was like, what's my reason for living if they couldn't, So then my homework was to find all these things internally of my reason for being alive, right? So from that, I realized that, like, all these outside sources are things that's going to happen to us, whether we like it or not. And we realize that we have no control. We have no control of it at all. And the only thing I can control is how I react to it and what I'm doing internally to find my peace, right? So I just I literally surrendered. Like, I was crying. It was such a heavy depression that in September, it hit me so hard in September where I was literally ready to check out. And and what I did was I surrendered to the universe. I just said, okay, you know what? I'm done. Like, I'm done doing it my way, doing it like, just guide me. Like, this is, what do you want me to do? What do you need me to do? Just guide me. So I surrendered to the universe, and literally, like, almost back to back within the same day and the day later and all this, like, I started seeing things. Things started like coming to me. And at first I thought I had to work hard, but I realized, like, once I surrendered, the universe like literally paved it. It was like, oh, finally, like, you dumb bitch. So you finally got out of your own way,
Wow.
And it opened up in ways that I never expected. I was having conversations and watching films and podcasts and things, like, literally tools were coming towards me. And I was listening to a podcast with Tim Ferriss and Amanda Palmer, and she talked about this book called Dusting Ashes on Buddha. So I'm listening to what she had to say, and she was saying how, like, she had this peace right after she read the book. So I was like, all right, like, I'm going to go find this book. And I read it, and I was like, holy shit, like, I totally get it. Like, I then started realizing that why am I even checking out? Like, I literally do not know the answers to the world. Like, there's so much I have left, in this planet, in this plane, in this lifetime, where I'm like, I literally have not experienced a lot. And this is all it is. I'm just a student of this universe now. Now I'm just like, all right, teach me, like show me. And I'm following my own curiosity, and I'm following and listening. Like, I'm finally at a place mentally and emotionally where I could just sit down and just observe and not absorb. And that's such an interesting perspective. Like, now I'm seeing the world much differently, and I'm experiencing it better than I've ever had before. So that's why I'm a student.
Ooh,
That's so fucking amazing.
that's incredible.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's really cool. Like, just from what you said, I'm like, I'm going to do some of that stuff myself. That sounds very nice. And wow.
It feels really, really nice. And it is one of those where it's work. Like, there's still work involved where I have to remind myself, like, okay, if I feel off, I have to question, like, is that ego talking, or is that my soul? Is that my spirit? And that's been another thing of within my journey, as I say, is like, this is my journey. This is what I'm finding out. And I'm realizing that diving even deeper into divination and a few other tools, which really have worked. And what's crazy is that, like, since I was a kid, was the first time that I I astral projected out of my body in my sleep. And I didn't know what that was during that time. Like, during that time, I had no idea what that was. I remember having an experience, thinking it was just a dream. And then waking up, and I'm talking to my brother because he was in it. And I was like, oh, you and I, we did this. And he's like, yeah. And then we did this. And I was like, yeah. wait, what? And we realized that we both astral projected and had an adventure together out of our body. And we both thought it was a dream, but it was in the dream state, right?
I got chills.
And it was crazy to think. And so my brother would have his own experiences. Like he would see certain things that I wouldn't see. And it was very scary when we were kids because he would either like he didn't like to see what was under the bed because he would sleep in the floor area. We had a very tight room. And he said, like, right under your bed is it, which is what I slept on. He's like, there is a dead angel under your bed. Like he would tell me that.
Oh, shit. How did it die? Dead angel.
I know. And I was like, what? He's like, there is a dead angel laying down under your bed. And I just...
Is that a demon? Is that what that means?
I don't know. But he was young. He was like 4 or 5 years old, like telling me this. And I just didn't know what that was and what that meant. But I remember like, oh, that's weird. And I think I mentioned, or I asked him like a couple of years ago. I'll have to ask him again. But yeah, like we'll have these interesting experience. And I remember telling my grandmother and she said, you're like me. She goes like, I do this too. And so she would start telling me all these stories of how she also astral projected. And it was somebody from her past who came to visit her and basically like guided her to the heaven and hell realms. and it was interesting. So she said that what it looks like is the embodiment of a human body. And within the human body, and it was interesting. She goes like within the human body, you're walking through and it looks as if, you know, these people are either diseased or crying or chained up or whatever, like in the body. Like that's what hell looked like. Like hell looked like they are just sort of fighting within themselves and there's like a constant fight, but they're all connected. Like they're all still connected with each other, like in this weird sort of chain. And that was the hell that she saw. And then when she saw heaven, like that was like another different feel and the same thing. And so now thinking about it, she's not wrong, you know, like heaven and hell it's in us. Like it's literally inside your body, right? Yeah, like it's still internal. Like if we are a representation of whatever's out there in cosmics and things like that, it's like we are connected. Like I do feel that. I do truly feel that, you know, our organisms and our biochemistry and everything, like we are from the stars, we are from stardust, you know, and things like that. Yeah. And we are going to react in the same way. Like our own heaven and hell is internal as well. So she would tell me these stories and she would kind of sort of guide me a little bit, like if I had another experience. So I started having more experiences in my teenage years, I guess, like when you're actually going through transitions and shit like that, right?
Puberty, yeah. Puberty. What a fucking wild ride.
I know. So, yeah.
And for you, it had to be nuts because you like shot up, right? Like
I shot up. Oh my God. Like I was so dumb and stupid. Well, one, yeah, because I was 14 going on 15 and I shot up like really tall.
Yeah. Like you,
and I had all these like stretch marks, right? Like the whole growing pains, right? Like your body hurting, and I had all these stretch marks all over my body, and like I just looked like a very tall tiger. So fuck it, I owned it.
Cool, man.
Yes.
I stopped growing in 6th grade.
I know.
I just got fatter. Like that's truly it. Where it's just like, I guess just
growing
bigger
from side
boobs
to side
and fatter. Yeah. Like, all right, cool, man.
It should be just as impressive.
Yeah, isn't that awesome? I still have stretch marks.
People
isn't that
are
cool?
always like, "Wow, you're so tall." They should be like, "Wow, you're so fat." That's
wow,
great.
you're so wide. That's awesome. Thank you.
I'm like, I'm really into like fat women and like how women are like, I love a tall man, like a big fat woman.
There are people who are.
That's true.
That's true.
There's a fetish for everything.
Yeah, but
Hell
the point,
yeah.
you don't want to be a fetish. You just want to be
Like, just love me for me. Right.
Yeah, you were saying though that like during that time your grandmother was guiding you through stuff like as you were going through puberty, or like did you have other experiences like
Yeah. One that stood out the most, and it was because like before the one I'm about to say, like it was very weird. Like I remember I would wake up on the phone talking to someone. Like I would have moments where like I'm not in my body, but then I come to my body and I'm on the phone with somebody. And I'm like, what is going on?
Wait,
And
what?
but like
and
you
that
would literally be on the phone with someone
literally
then,
be on the phone with somebody.
and you don't know how you got there.
I don't know how it happened. I don't know how it started. I just know I came to I was in, like I don't even know where I was, right? But I came to into my body like as I'm talking, and I'm look down and I'm on my phone. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, okay, sorry, bye, and I hang up, and I have no idea what happened. And later on, I think I was probably 17, and I had this one where I woke up crying. Like I wasn't ready for it. I didn't want to see it, right? It was weird. Something was trying to show me, like it was trying to guide me and show me something. I really wanted for me to go into this, I guess it was a movie theater, and all I remember is that it was like yellow was a very prominent color. I go into this movie theater and I get locked in this room with a whole bunch of people, and the lights go out, and there's this book that's floating down. And I remember as it's happening, I kept saying like, I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. Like I wasn't ready for it. Like I don't want to see this. Right. And the book starts flipping its pages, and it's showing me clippings, like newspaper clippings of Bob Hope. And then it goes into this little girl whom is dressed in a little ballerina outfit who's dead. Like it's in the newspaper. It's a newspaper clipping. And it's trying to show me more. And I just kept saying like, no, stop. I want this to stop. And I wake up crying, and my room is freezing cold. And I like, again, I'm living down in the South in the Valley. Like it cold as ever gets outside is probably 60 degrees. And this was, which never ever happens. But my room was so cold. I know it was 5 a.m. because that's around the time my mom wakes up. So I got out of the room, and I see my mom, and I'm telling her, I'm like, and she just said, she's like, okay, you had a visit. Like that's what happens. The room gets cold. You didn't want it. And you had a visitor, like someone was trying to tell you something. And I made it stop. Like I didn't want that experience anymore. And like, I think a year or two later, that's when The Sixth Sense comes out, and he's talking about your body feeling tingly and the room. I was like, holy shit, like that's literally that feeling. That's exactly what happens. Like your whole body just gets real tingly, and you're either like leaving or you're coming back into. And it's such a weird feeling, like why that even happens. Like it's a connection that's telling you like you're either here or you're not, which is crazy.
Holy shit.
That's wild.
That's so nice though that your family was like, okay, like believing you. I could see my parents being like, all right.
Yeah.
Get out of here, man.
Well, what's funny, my parents always seem to find a home right next to a cemetery. And we always say the joke. It's like, I mean, the neighbors are quiet, things like that. But there's
quiet,
right? Yeah, but there's times that they're not quiet, and we'll feel that they're coming into the house. Like it'll happen, and it's usually either they're like walking around. Because there's one time where I was laying in bed and I can hear someone. I could hear footsteps, like someone is just going around the room like in circles over and over, just stepping around. And I'm just like, what the fuck do you want? It's like, how did you get in? Are you trying to leave? Like, are you thinking of something? Like, what are you doing? And I asked my mom and my dad to come in, and they just like together we were like, please leave the room, just pass through. And there are times where like we're just sitting down in the living room. And there was a time where the doors and like everything started rattling, like everything just shook, and we just stopped. We were chatting, we were talking, and we just stopped talking, and we let the whole thing rattle, and then it went away. We're like, okay, well that was something, and things like that, like just little little weird things like that where my brother would think that he sees my dad watching TV, and then all of a sudden my dad walks into the room. He's like, who the fuck is watching TV? You know, like these little, like just things in passing that'll happen. So I think like they believe it because we've all experienced it.
Because everybody was feeling it and experiencing it.
Yeah, we were all feeling it.
Oh
I
my
cannot
God.
imagine what the fuck it would be like to have like to be all together and being like, oh shit, or just like to be like, there's someone in my room, and your parents like, we know.
Yeah, we feel them too. Like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
holy shit.
And I think because I don't know, it's normalized in our family because of that. And I think what's interesting too, like Marcy, so like the times I've gone to New Orleans, even was it last year? Yeah, last year I went, and I think a couple of years ago I went. I'll go into, you know, the French Quarter where they have all the people reading cards and stuff.
Yeah.
And anytime I walk by, or I'm like, oh, I'm going to get my cards read, they will say, oh, you're one of us. Or like, they there's a connection that they know. And at first, you know, before my whole thing last year, I was just against it. I was just like, no, like, you know, I get it, but no, like I'm not into it. And it wasn't until last year where I was like, okay, fine. Like I've literally been fighting this. So whatever
the universe
is happening,
is wanting to teach you something.
Yes. So it was one of those like, okay, I need to stop fighting it. What do you have? Like literally, you've been trying to talk to me. Let me get through. So last year, I think it was in November or December, I had another thing. And you know how I was saying that I didn't know how I got out of my body? And I was on the phone and I found myself in that way.
Were you talking to people you knew or strangers?
No. Well, I have spoken to people I've known before. Like I've recently spoken to my grandmother who passed away a few years ago.
So you're on the phone, but you're talking to people. Like that's what I'm trying to like.
Oh yeah, like, that I was on the phone with like a living person. Like I was on I didn't know. I don't know who the person was. I don't know anything. Like, I have no idea. Like that, I just did not know. So what's interesting, you know, like the movie, is it Inception, where they, you know, they come out of their body and they're like, oh, there's an open vessel. And if you're not careful, someone will take advantage of you. Like they'll take control of your body. And that's basically what happened, right? Like I had no idea. And at that time, I didn't know that was a thing. Like I was a kid, I was a teenager. I didn't realize that that's what happened. And it wasn't until last year that I finally understood what was happening. And the reason for it is because I've been very actively working hard on myself internally, loving my body. Like now I'm in this point where I'm like, oh, okay, you know, like soul, you chose this body. Like you're the one that wants to be here. You're the one that wants to like live this life. This is the body you chose. So let's make amends and let's actually work together. So now I speak to, which is kind of like your inner child, right? I speak to her and I say like, okay, like, what do you want? You want pizza for a whole week? Fuck it. We're going to eat pizza for a whole week. You know,
that's nice. My body says that a lot too.
Yes. Yeah.
I had pizza last night.
Yeah. And I love it. Like that's my relationship now. My relationship is being very kind to myself, kind to my body, and actually mentally working on that. So last year in November, I was having another visitation basically. But this time it was trying to push my soul out. Like it was physically trying to push, and it feels like what a real person would do when they like push you. They're trying to shove you, your shoulder, like, and that's what it felt like. And all I said was like, no. I've worked too hard for this body. This is my body. You can come in if you want to talk to me, but you are not pushing me out. So that's what I told this other entity that was trying to come in. So they came in. And when they came into my soul, my whole vision turned black and white. And I was actually blind in one eye. And what I started hearing was a cackling in my voice. And it started spooky and creepy. Yeah, I was like, whoa, that's a real cackle. Chills. Yeah, I was like, that. So then I see this vision, and at first I thought it was like a little nurse's hat, like one of those old school tiny 1940s,
Ratchet,
50s.
dude. Yeah.
You're right. But then the vision started getting what looked almost like smoky silhouette, and then it changed, and I realized that she was a nun. So like her whole cap and gown started changing. She was a nun, and I was like, and I see her being a teacher. She's like reprimanding a student or something. Like I just see her doing all these things. So I'm getting like her memories, and she's laughing in hysterics.
Ew.
And then all of a sudden my vision changes again, but this time it changes to what looks like a wide angle lens, and from behind in the back of my head. And I'm like, that's a weird thing. And I just hear, my bird. And I turn over, and there is a black bird on my hand. And I was like, holy shit, like, is this your pet? Is this your bird? Like, how old is he? She goes, 7. Well, actually 5 in the living world and 2 in the spirit world. And I was like, oh, wow. And she's so excited. The bird and her were in my body, and they left. Then they as smooth as they came in, they like swept out of my body, and it was like tingling, and the vision just changed back into color, and I could see both in both my eyes now. But it was weird, and it was interesting. This bird waited for her. Her pet was waiting for her. Like, he had been dead for 2 years, and once she left, like, it came in to like get her, and now they left. And then later on, I realized I live really close to a Catholic church, and I'm pretty sure it's one of those, or not Catholic church, a Catholic school. So I don't know if she was like around there or what happened, but that was the experience where I was like, holy fuck, like that was weird. Like, I had 2 other spirits inside my body. Wow. And one was an animal. And what was interesting too, that gave me closure, honestly, was anytime I would drive, and if I would see roadkill or something, I'd be like, okay, that soul's not in there anymore. Like, it's just a vessel. And I would have to remind myself, I was like, I am a vessel. Like, this is a vessel where like we're gonna come through every once in a while. And I was like, okay, I just hope that spirit finds another vessel, and see where it goes from there.
Whoa.
That's wild. So when it happened, to paint a picture, like before, the moments before, where were you? What time of day? Like,
I was asleep. This was one of those like dream things. I was asleep.
Yeah.
It was early in the morning because I woke up with it. Like, as my vision's coming back, I'm waking up, and it's already like kind of daylight, like it's early morning. And for some reason in my dream, I was taking a shower. Like, that's all that was. I was just taking a shower, and then all that happened. So it was like early morning when that all happened. And so that was in November. And last year, also in February, when I was in New Orleans, I had kind of like the same thing. The house I was staying at was an Airbnb. And
were you in New Orleans for this year's Mardi Gras?
No, it was last year.
Oh, okay. I was like,
that
was dangerous.
Not 2020. No, it was 2019. And so I was there for that. And in that one, I was so... It started sweet, but then like the realization came in of what was going on. So I was in this house, and it didn't look like the house at the Airbnb that I was at, but I was in another home in which these 2 little kids, the little boy, they're both black. One of them, the little boy, he looked like he could have been maybe 10 or 11 years old, and he was dressed very like almost Victorian-esque looking and stuff.
Yep.
But the little girl, she was probably like 4 years old, and she was all tattered up, and she was very sweet. And both of them like came to me and wanted to play. And I held her, and I picked her up. I wish I could remember their names, but I was chatting with them. And then all of a sudden there's like a knock on the door, and then it pounds even harder and harder. And they both get scared, and they're like, that's Madam, I can't remember her name. I'm like, we gotta go. They're like, we can't be talking to you. We gotta go. And I'm getting pissed. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And I start screaming, and I'm telling this other spirit, this evil woman who's like coming through. And I'm like, how dare that you enslave them even in the past life, like in the next life. Like I was so mad. I was like, not only do you have them as slaves when they were living, but now in their soul spirit, you still enslaved them. And I was pissed and I was yelling at her. And I woke up to like the sound of a train, like so loud. Like it started honking so loud. It was probably like 5 a.m. and I woke up again, like shaking because I was so angry. I was so angry and sad for these children that I'm like, I cannot believe. And then I guess later on, I went on one of those ghost tours and I learned that a lot of these people were hiding the bodies in the homes, you know, like they're slaves that died or whatever. Like they would either hide them in the homes, in the walls or whatever, because they're like, they're not going to give them a funeral. They just like toss them wherever. And it pissed me off to the idea of like, this is what happened to these kids. These kids are
absolutely
died and they're trapped. Like they're trapped and this woman has still trapped them.
It was like at a certain time in New Orleans, I forget the year, but they like people all of a sudden, like, it was like, okay, you cannot be doing this to slaves. Like, you can punish them, but it has to be within a, so like there was like sort of like a code to what people were allowed to do, but people were still treating them terribly, so they were doing it secretly now for the first time.
Oh God.
And that tracks though. Ugh.
Oh man.
I know.
And it's like, I've known Shaddai a long time, so this isn't like someone I'm like, okay. Like, I do think that there was something to, like, in that state, you being able to kind of bridge the worlds and, yeah. Wild, though.
Yeah, no, and it's interesting. Like, I went to, was it earlier this year in January? We have like a witches convention, basically. And
cool.
yeah, which is really neat. They would have it like once a month. And in one of the tables, like, again, the dude, I didn't say shit. He looks at me, he goes, you. And he comes here and he grabs this, what's called a grounding stone. And it's a round, very, very heavy stone. And then next to it says, like, if you astral project, you need this to come back, basically.
Whoa.
And I was like, holy shit, like, I didn't tell, he just saw me from the crowd and was like, this is what you need. And as if he fucking knew. And I was like, holy shit. And I have that next to my bed. So the idea is that I put my energy before bed on there. So in case I do leave, my body is open. So I need to be able to like come back into straight in my body as fast as I can. And one of the tips he told me too is that if for whatever reason I lose my way, think about my ancestors, my family, people I trust, and they will help me guide me back into my body.
Whoa.
And it's interesting. I've had so many other experiences things that I've learned that I thought was kind of cool and has relaxed my anxiety and an idea of the afterlife. There's a library. Like there's a huge, beautiful library in the afterlife, which all these people, because it was interesting. Like I ran into this one dude. I had to talk him out of something because he was pissed off. But we're going through this huge, beautiful library, and he's like, "Oh yeah, like we get all the books here, and like if you're a reader, you can read.
All the
if
Dan
you want, like,
Browns.
yes." And then there was like another section that looked like a casino. Basically, he's like, "Oh yeah, you can play here." Like I was getting a really cool tour of this other plane, basically, and I was like, "Man, this is actually really nice." So there. It's nice because like you can chill there if you want to, and whenever you're ready to like, I think I want to experience life again, then you get to check out if you want to.
Whoa.
I always think of Defending Your Life.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yes. I love that movie.
Albert Brooks, he knew it. He had something.
Yes.
At this witches convention, I don't know if they're giving you tips, but like, what do we think? Can someone just take over? Like, could someone just take over your body? Or
I think what's interesting, and I'm still mulling it over, and this idea is now that I've had like other spirits inside while my spirit is still in my body, I really started thinking about schizophrenia. And like, I can totally see how like, what if that's what it is? Like, what if all these different entities are just trapped. They're trapped in the same vessel, like what if there's something more to
Whoa.
it, and this is why one will take over the other. And like, I had to have a conversation with her and be like, you are not pushing me out. Like, tell me what you want to tell me, but do not push me. Like, I work too hard for this body. And now I'm questioning that. And I'm questioning, like, if there is more to that, like if there are more spirits just trapped in a body that they're still fighting over,
Yeah.
Or if they're just like stubborn and don't want to leave.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Not everyone's chill.
No, that's
Yeah,
true.
I mean, we're all super chill, but not
I
everybody.
know.
is.
Yeah. It's like, all
I
right,
know.
dude.
We're all so chill, man.
I'll have to tell my spirit too sometimes where I'm like, all right, you wanted this job, fucking do it. Like
Right,
I'm gonna sit back here. If you want to go play. Like, do this job.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. When you talk to, because you've mentioned like you've talked to like relatives and stuff, do they talk about what it's like
Yeah.
in the other realm and plane?
Yeah. So my grandmother, I don't know that she was bored, but she felt like she had to do something. So she was making purses. Like at some point, she started her own little purse thing, and she's like, I'm making bags for like all the women here. But that's what she was in the living too. Like in the living, she was just always making stuff. Like she would look at a
Right.
newspaper and look at, when she retired, she'd look at all the jobs and be like, I could do that. I can do that too. Like she was always either
Yeah.
starting something or she was very, very active. And it was kind of
Mhm.
cool to see that she was also still active in the
Yeah.
other realm. Only now, like, she gets to be with my aunt and my uncle and her husband. Like she gets to like be with all these other people, have more time with them, which is
Yeah.
really cool. And my aunt who's in the living, she is actually living in her home that she passed away. And I think it was last year. No, it was this year. It was earlier this year. She had a visitation from her mother and her brother and her little sister. She said she was taking a nap on the couch and she felt somebody like slapping her face to kind of like wake her up. And then she hears her mom's voice, my grandmother, saying like, no, let your sister sleep. Just let her sleep. Go with your brother. Like she's hearing this voice and she's like waking up because that's what was waking her up. And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, like it just left. They just left. And she's like, oh, I guess like they came over to see how the house is,
Whoa. Oh, man. This
Yeah.
is cool.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I really love that it's a family affair.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Smells are a very big thing also. Depending on like where, if I'm visiting somebody's home or there was one apartment I had where like literally just chilling, watching TV, and all of a sudden I smell like old lady perfume just kind of like walk past me, like waft. And I'm like,
Whoa.
what the fuck? Like, who is here? Like, it's weird. Like, there's certain things, Deja, that happened when I was at her house over in Washington when she was
It's
still living
another
there.
college program friend of ours.
Nice.
And I remember feeling really weird in one of her rooms. I think it was in the bottom basement area. I was like, I don't like, something doesn't want me there. I don't know what it is. But then I smelled it and I smelled this thing. And I was telling her, I was like, there's someone here. There's somebody here. Like I could smell them. They're here. And her mom was like, what do they smell like? And I describe it. And she's like, oh, that's my mother. Like this whole thing. She's like, I guess she's here. And it's like, yeah. So it
Yeah,
was
your
she
just
didn't
mom
like
doesn't
you.
want me here.
I know. I think she was just like, who is in this house? Why are there so many people? Too many kids in here.
Right. Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah. But
Man, I wish I would have asked you when you came to my apartment if you felt anything. The ones when I first moved to LA. It's so funny. I have a
yes,
picture.
your
and
first
it's-
house.
And it's me and Shaddai and I think Nicole Byer and Sashir Zamata. And is that
Yeah.
it? Maybe someone
No.
else? But
And what's his name?
John Milheiser.
John. Yeah.
Yes. And
Yeah.
it's like it's like very funny because it's like a picture right in front of like the wet bar that they have there. That
Yes.
it's still there, I'm sure. I hope that wet bar is still there. Jesus.
Gotta be.
But that is a very haunted apartment. So I would.
Yes. Did you talk about the rain?
Yes, about whenever the man was talking at the foot of my bed.
I
could have
Spanish?
used you, should
I know. But
You
it's
could have
stuff
been
like that.
Tell me what's up. What are you doing here?
What's going
Yeah,
on?
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, no, those experiences definitely have, especially when it rains. I think of you. I think of that moment too, where I was like, okay, like who's going to come? Like what's going to be swept through and stuff like that. And I think a lot of just those visitations, they are just passing through and it feels a lot like the movie Ghost where the dude's trying to like push the little cap, the little where it's like, okay, because there's one apartment over here, I'm brushing my teeth and the Kleenex tissue just went whoop, like it just flipped up and out of it, and I'm like, oh, okay, we have a visitor, and it just seemed like someone was trying to like figure it out. And so I tell Joseph this, my partner, and we're going to bed and we're laying down and we can hear somebody's trying to click the light on, like literally like trying to click it on.
What?
And we're both in bed awake hearing this and we're like, can you stop? And then later on, like, then the person or whomever was passing through got ballsy and was able to push a vase of flowers over. And we're like, okay, like no one was in the room. Like, we were in the room, but not like close enough for it to happen because it was in the kitchen and we were in the living room when it happened.
Whoa.
So we're like, what the fuck? And that was it. And we had like those three sort of things. It was like the Kleenex, then the light flip and that. And afterwards, I guess the person figured out like, all right, I got my
I know how to
powers.
touch stuff. Let's go.
I got it. Now I can go. Yeah. And
this
they
was
just left.
training ground. I got to go to the real shit
Yeah.
now.
Now I
Now
can
I'm
go
going to
make
my
pottery with my girlfriend.
Right.
Has anything ever scared you though? Or
Good one.
have you always been like seeing things with the curiosity, or has anything been like, oh, well, I don't like this?
It always starts off a little scary. Like even now, knowing what I can do, now what I'm trying to do is actually exercise and doing it on my own to astral project because it happens without me even trying, like
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to do it. Like I want to have the control to be able to do it. Right now I can control like keeping my soul intact inside my body. But when it does happen, I'm always like, oh, like what the fuck? Like, where am I going now? And
Yep.
I just feel like I got thrown into an auto car and it's just driving me. And so I am fearful. Like there is still some fear to it because I don't know what I'm getting myself into and what I'm
Yeah.
allowing. And when I told my parents about the nun, they even said, they're like, be careful who you allow inside. I'm like, I know. Like,
Yeah.
I know I need to be more careful. That was the first time that I've allowed someone inside, but I'm definitely going to be much more mindful of like not doing that again.
Yeah, because other times people just kind of, like you said, push their way in or just like hopped in.
Yeah. And that was literally what she was doing. Like
she probably thought she just could. She probably
she's a nun. She's like, everybody wants a nun in their soul.
Or she just messed with the wrong bitch that day.
Yes. Boy, did she. Boy. And she was like, nope, my body now. Like, no. You don't
she got her bird. Get out of here,
Yeah.
nun.
You know
got
what?
your
That's-
nasty bird.
Bird people are like that. They're weird.
Oh my God, that's right. You hate birds, don't you? Like, you think they're diseased? Like, no,
They're nasty. Birds are disgusting creatures. Except for
I know.
penguins, they're perfect.
I like
penguins
crows,
are
I
perfect.
guess.
You like crows, and that's so strange, Marcy. They're the nastiest.
They're smart.
I know, and that's scary.
Well,
crows are hilarious.
The reason I don't like most birds is because I'm like, this is where we walk. You have a whole fucking sky. Go away.
Yeah.
they're like,
You got
no.
the sky. Like, give us the land.
Yeah, like get out of here, you selfish bird.
They're so selfish. I hate birds.
Oh my God, this has all been amazing. What about alien? I never asked the question that I normally ask, which is like, what, if anything, do you believe about the paranormal? But it sounds like you're pretty open to a lot of it.
Very, very
What
open
about
to it.
non-human beings?
Is that where you're going with the whole aliens and stuff?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
what do you mean, like non-human, like
or
other
like-
races, like other?
Yeah,
I
just
think-
non-humans. Yeah, like if it's like the ghosts, I assume are humans, but the dead angel under your bed, I don't think was a
Yeah.
human, right? So
Right.
like,
And I don't know how much of that, because that was my brother's vision, not my vision. And so I think what's interesting too, because now that I've opened myself up mentally with even like psychedelics and other experiments and stuff like that, to actually see things that I never expect. I started crying. Oh, here's another thing I started crying when I was on shrooms was I was like, holy fuck, like the earth literally gives us the tools we need to heal ourselves. I was like, we are so stupid. Like we're so like trying to get all these chemicals and stuff. When the earth is here providing, it's like, dude, I have these shrooms. Like it'll heal your depression and anxiety. Like, why are you trying to do all this shit? You know, like why are you like sabotaging your brain when I have this for you? and it was interesting because I started crying of realizing, you know, like what everyone's experiencing, the fires happening, natural disasters, right? It's like natural disasters are going to happen. And at the end of the day, it's also going to fix itself. Like it doesn't need our help. Like we can only do so much and try and lessen certain situations and the trauma event that happens with it. But at the end of the day, the earth will heal itself.
well,
And it's going to take time. And we just have to allow that to happen.
it's like that George Carlin bit where he's like, you don't need to save the earth. You don't need to save the earth. The earth is gonna you're gonna die. All of y'all. All of the human race is gonna die, and then the earth is gonna figure out how to do something really fucking cool with all the plastic we left behind.
Yes.
Like it doesn't need us to save it. It's
At
going to kill
all.
us. Like that's who we should worry about saving ourselves.
Yes.
But as far as the earth, she's gonna be fine.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's totally what it feels like, where it's like, oh, you know, like we're the dummies that's like ruining it. Like, but we are visitors. And that's the thing. Like we are just visiting this planet on this plane in this lifetime. Like I am just a visitor. Like and just like any person who visits your home, you want to clean up after yourself. You want to be a good person, you know, a good guest, and know that your host is here to take care of you. They're going to give you tea. They're going to give you coffee. You know, they're going to take care of you. And that's what the earth is. We are a guest in the earth's home, and we just have to do our part. So yeah, like I've been much more connected with the earth itself. And realizing like, you know, like crystals and salt, you know, like this is through time it created these crystals. Through time it created this, you know, fresh spring water. Through time, like that's all it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's this one, I can't remember if it was like a TED Talk or something like that, where it was talking about the lifetime of an ant or an insect. If they were born, you know, from their larva and they see the tree when they do until their lifetime, like for them, they think that season only exists. They have no idea that there's 4 other seasons. You know, they have no idea that tree is going to change. And that's basically how we are. Like we have no idea. Like this is all we know. Like we have no idea if there's going to be another season right after this. You know, because this is our little lifetime. So yeah, we just got to make the best and most out of it.
I like that of like being a visitor here. It's like, oh, we're on a vacation all the time.
Yeah, basically.
That's why it's so sick we have to work.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Although I do gotta say that as far as like work goes, I lucked up that my work is pretty enjoyable.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Big time. Big time.
No, totally. And I think, go ahead. Well, I was thinking work for me, the way I've been going about it. And like, I'm also in the like media industry and stuff like that. And it changes all the time. And it's interesting that we were in a time where, you know, I touched film before. Like I know how to do film and stuff. And then when the tsunami hit Japan and all this other stuff, like Kodak was gone for a while. And all of a sudden we're like, holy fuck, like the amount of film that's going to be able to be produced or anything. Like that was gone for a good while until it's like, all right, now we got to do digital. And to
What's the
be
next move? Yeah.
right. And to be alive during this time where like things started changing and you see the transition from film to digital, and then from digital, from the big screen to the TV to like online, you're like, holy, like you yourself have to evolve with it.
Yeah.
Or you're just left behind, and it's interesting, like every job, the way I perceive it, being a student of the world, is like, okay, this is just another school. It's education. It's educational. I don't have all the answers. It's going to keep changing. And I'm just here to like learn as much as I go.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. That's good.
That's really cool.
Oh, shit. That's really good. Wow, man. My mind.
You blew it. That's
it's blown.
Blew it. Yeah.
Do you have any other stories you want to tell us? Or if not, I can pull up a listener story. But if you have a story that's just gnawing at you, let me know.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I mean, those are like my main ones. Oh, okay. So there was this one time
Yes.
I didn't get to see it, but I remember. So I guess I was 20, 21. This was a time early 2000s, wearing my Jinkos. I was also big into raves, and
Yes,
and
good,
just
good.
yeah. So
What DJs did you like? Just real quick. What DJs?
DJ Irene was my favorite. She was like local here and in Texas, so I would watch her all the time.
Yes.
But yeah, and then like when I would roll at a friend's house or whatever, we'd always have like Chemical Brothers playing in the background. Like I was just obsessed with Chemical Brothers and Daft Punk and all that. I was just the music videos. We would just watch them all the time, right?
Yeah. They're
so
cool.
those were a lot of fun. And one particular house that we were rolling at, and we were just so super gone and out of it. And then the next morning, one of our friends was telling the person who lives in the house, he's like, dude, what was up with your sister? Why was she just on the table? And he's like, oh, that's not my sister. That's the ghost that lives here. And we're just like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, she'll like show up. But he's like, she was just standing on the table staring at us.
And you all saw it?
No, he saw it mainly because I was too busy tripping on my thing. I think that was one of the first times that I was in the mirror looking in the mirror, and I was looking at my eye and I was like, whoa. But he was just like, oh yeah, no, that's he didn't tell us. He didn't tell us about her at all. And it wasn't until one of us was like, what was up with your sister? He's like, oh no, that's not my sister. That's the ghost that lives in the house. And we're like, wait, what? You we did all this shit and you didn't tell us. He's like, yeah, she'll just show up when she wants to. And that's been a very common thing, not just in his house, but even like my other friends' houses too, where they're like, and it's mainly kids for some reason. Like there was this one kid who like would watch TV but he was a ghost. Like
what do little kids do? Annoy their older siblings because they want to be included, right?
That's
yes, right.
Or even
like, oh, y'all are rolling.
Yeah, like spying on you. Like I would remember. I can remember my sister at a party when she was in high school, and I hid in her closet.
Yes.
To see if anyone was going to go
watch
make
what's
out.
going on.
Yeah.
Did anybody end up making out, Marcy? Come on.
I don't think so. I think one of her friends found me, and then and then we started like dressing up in her clothes or something stupid. And then everyone got mad because it was like a high school boy, and I was like, yeah, that's weird, I guess, because I'm 6 years younger. So
yeah, that's very weird. I do have one more story, and this goes into the whole trusting your gut. And this was something I learned from my dad. So my dad, when he was younger, like in his teens, later teens, he had this weird dream. In this dream, he said all he saw was this hand with a knife that was coming straight at him. Right. So this was a dream.
Wow.
Then a couple weeks after that, maybe a week or two after, he and his brother were on their way to a birthday party. And as they're walking, his brother's like, oh, let's cut through the alley. It's, it'll be a straight shot. So they start walking and my dad's like, no, I don't want to. I don't feel good about this. And he's like, dude, like, come on, don't be a pussy. Like, it's literally on the other end. He's like, I don't feel good about this. But he does it anyways, right? goes through the alley, and there were some dudes there that were like looking for his brother, and they start jumping him. So my dad's like, fuck, I gotta protect my brother, right? So he goes in, and there was a dude with a fucking knife and stabbed him in the head, stabbed him.
Your
like,
dad?
around my dad. They stabbed my dad. And he was like, I dreamt this and I felt it. He's like, and I felt it in my gut. He goes, I felt it in my gut. We should not be here. I dreamt this and I felt it and I still did it.
Yep.
So he tells me this story when I'm a teenager, and he's like, if you start feeling these things, listen to it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. Then I'm 18. This is in December. And I only know this because it was one of my friend's birthdays. So she was one of the crazy girls whom I would get all my drugs with, because she was heavily into drugs. And we would just get super fucked up, and it's her birthday. And a whole group of us were already like high and drunk. And she's like, I want to go drive down the canals. And I'm like, all right, cool. So we get in her car. And then I started getting the gut feeling. I started feeling like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Let's not go. And I tell her, I was like, can we go back? And she's pissed at me. She's like, Shaddai, it's my fucking birthday and you're ruining my birthday. And I'm like, dude, I don't feel good about this. Like, I'm about to throw up. I don't feel like the nerves started coming, right?
Yep.
So she's mad at me and she turns back around. Next day, they found some dead bodies there at the canal that we were about to go to. And I told her, I was like, dude, I fucking told you. I did not feel good about this. I'm so glad we didn't go.
Because like,
or
who
that
knows
could have been
what
us
you would
or
have
whatever.
seen, or
Right.
Yes.
If someone was dumping bodies or whatever. But I was like, we were on our way, and I literally did not feel good. And I was like, let's go back. Please, let's go back. And I didn't give a fuck that she was mad at me. And she was like, you're ruining my birthday. I was like, no, my dad told me that I need to listen, and I'm listening. And I'm so, so glad I did.
Well, how did she respond? Yeah, like when it was.
She was
like,
a fucking cunt. She was just like, whatever. And I'm like,
we
all
would
right,
have had
bitch.
fun. We would have had fun.
Like,
Yes.
I mean, you know, we only lived together for like 6 months straight, but I've known you forever. Like, Shaddai's not like one to like put a damper on. Like, you go with it. Like, you're not
I go
trying
with the flow. I will go with the flow, and I'm totally down. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. But when I start feeling, I was like, I don't feel good about this. I don't feel right about this. Like, I do not, I will stop. I'm like, I cannot be a part of this.
Wow.
So I listen now.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I had that before going to Knives Out. Mano and I, we were going to Knives Out, and we're like, let's get stoned in the car. And as soon as we pulled up to ArcLight, I started getting really anxious. And Mano's like, let's get stoned. I was like, I don't want to. I don't know why. I'm just feeling really weird about it. And it was one of the weirdest movie experiences we've ever been in, because it was packed. And like people were getting in fights and yelling at people for talking. Yeah. And like it was one of the wildest movie moments.
Yeah, like the
I've
audience
ever had.
and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just kind of like, whoa. And Mano afterwards was like, you had like a feeling it was gonna be weird, and it was.
Yes. Yeah.
It was strange. It was really strange. And then a dude, we moved because we love talking during movies, but like, you know, we say funny stuff. But
we're
entertaining.
people.
So we're like, let's move, because like fights were happening in front of us. We're like, let's get out of here. So we go far away from anybody. And a dude very like far away from us, I guess, hears us talking. He's like, would you two shut the fuck up? And we're like, whoa. And then he starts talking.
Shut up.
To somebody else. And we're like, what's going on? I would have lost my mind if I was stoned and that was all.
Oh yeah, you know what? And I think that's what she was trying to throw too. You know, like when you're high, you like get paranoid and stuff. She's like, "You're just being paranoid." I'm like, "No, like this is. I know my paranoia. Like this feels different.
This is more than that.
Yeah,
dead bodies. Ooh.
Yes,
especially because like, if you would have gotten mixed up in that could have been bad. Because that's also like, I don't...
On every level.
If I'm going to say something offensive, I might cut it out. But that's a part of Texas that actually has like a lot of Yeah.
Yes,
Like,
no,
there's-
that's not a fact. That was during a time when like cartel was was starting heavier, like enough so that
and
like
people were like being kidnapped and like
Yes.
taken by like
Yeah.
people in the United States were like being taken,
Right.
and like a lot of women and
Right.
stuff. Like I'm like a friend of a friend wrote a book about Brownsville, so and a lot of stuff that happened. So yeah, so like it could have been
yeah,
like
it's a
actually
legitimate fear. Yeah.
really fucking bad. Like yeah, just because of like there was so much. Like
there was so much
many
violence.
bad
There was so
people.
much.
Yeah.
No one,
Yeah.
and that's what's crazy. Like, and I guess this was like 99 or something like that. But yeah, like we were just being stupid, and that was a time where you could cross. Like I would skip school and we'd drive to Mexico to get fucked
Yeah.
up because,
Yep.
legal age is 18 or
Yep.
even younger to like drink and get stupid. And then we'd walk back the border and we'd have like drugs on us and they'd either like confiscate it. They wouldn't do shit. Like they would just like confiscate it. They're like, don't get caught with coke next time, like shit like that. And nothing.
Whoa.
Like it was just so loosey goosey down there during that time. But at the same time, we were opening ourselves to fucking
Yep.
getting kidnapped and murdered. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Whoa.
It's very funny. 19-year-old Marcy was so square, and to have, I was like, Shaddai's a bad girl.
And I was like, oh, we're getting Smirnoffs? All right, cool, whatever. Like,
Bad girl.
where's the hard liquor? Where's the real shit?
Yes.
Now, shall we listen to a listener story?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Betsy and Marcy. Thank you so much for the podcast. I love listening to it. This is my third time sending it to you guys because I have a lot of stuff happen to me. But this one isn't so scary, I suppose. It has a funny ending, and it was inspired by the listener who sent in the story of her 4-year-old trying to pretend to be a statue so her mom wouldn't see her, and it's scaring the crap out of her. So it started off this day. I had been hanging out with a family friend, Jeffrey Wells. Shout out, he wrote the book Bigfoot in Georgia, and he was telling us all of these crazy stories of Bigfoot that he's, researched and heard and all kinds of stuff. And one of them really messed me up, and it was particularly poignant this night. But there was this kid who lived on the second floor of his house, and every night he would hear something tapping on his window, and he would look outside and he would see this Bigfoot. He didn't know what it was. He was really little, and it was motioning for him to come outside, and it scared him good, and so he ran and told his parents, and they didn't believe him. It happened night after night for a while, and finally his parents saw that something had been walking outside his window, and they called a animal trapper or someone, I can't remember, or animal control probably, to go and see what it was. And they found footprints and stuff, and I think they got a Bigfoot expert out there after they saw the footprints, and they said that whatever it was, probably Bigfoot, it was emaciated, and so they're thinking that that he was trying to lure the child outside so he could eat it. So that was creepy, and but I heard that story earlier in the day, and by the time it was so late, 4 o'clock in the morning, because high schoolers don't need sleep, I suppose, I was sitting at my kitchen countertop, which faces the kitchen. It's a little bar, and to your left is the wall, and there's like these big windows, and to the right is the rest of the house and down the hallway to the bedrooms. So I'm sitting there on my laptop, probably on Tumblr, and I hear tap, tap. And that story immediately floods back into my mind, and I'm like, it's Bigfoot, and he's going to try to eat me. I'm not a little kid, so this one must be real hungry. And I just freeze, and I'm like, maybe it was nothing. And I listen again and I hear tap, tap, tap. And I'm like, okay. And I close my laptop and I slide out to the right. I do not look at the window because if you look at it, it's going to get you. I have seen that horror movie. And I go down the hall to my bedroom, change into my pajamas, and then go and knock on my mom's bedroom door. And I'm like, Mom, I think I heard something. She's like, you didn't hear anything, go to bed. I'm like, no, there's someone outside. They're tapping on the window. I heard it. It woke me up. And so she finally gets out of bed, and I'm standing behind her because I am coward. And she goes down and she turns on the kitchen light. And she's like, I found your intruder. And I look, and my cat is sitting on the windowsill outside, tapping on the window. Ugh, I could have killed myself. But thank you guys. I hope you enjoy it.
That cat
yeah.
wanted to eat her.
That cat totally wanted to eat
happens.
her. It does. I mean,
Do you remember from Are You Afraid of the Dark, or Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, about the cat? Like, let's wait till what's his name? Is it like it's Marvin or something? Like,
something.
I'll look it up, but that's Bigfoot thing is wild. What are you feeling?
I love that there's an
Bigfoot?
Expert too.
I do.
I mean, trust me, Betsy and I went to Utah and we met some people who had like Bigfoot encounters, and then they told us more about them afterwards. So like, people are into Bigfoot.
Yeah, people are really into Bigfoot.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on it, Shaddai?
It's interesting because that story also reminds me of like another story, and it's kind of like one of those where I don't know if it's a trope at this point, where it's always like somebody's on the window and somebody wants to eat, like the same sort of deal, like luring you outside of your home.
Yes.
And it's such an interesting take, but it makes sense for like, I guess wherever that kid was living at, that Bigfoot was a big thing. And I don't know. I'd be a very lazy Bigfoot looking for chicken instead of kids. Like, it just takes too much work to like.
Yeah.
It was
I
so
would take to Taco
hungry.
Bell and just eat all
Yes.
the Taco Bell
Where's
stuff.
Yeah.
If all you have to do is wiggle your finger at a kid, like, come here.
Yeah.
But it's not working.
No, well,
I know.
it maybe it didn't for that kid, but it
True.
could. It's okay. The name of the cat is the story is called Wait Till Martin Comes.
Wait
And the-
till
Oh, is that
Martin
the-
comes.
That's the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Wait Till Martin Comes. And it's about this, I believe it's like a man who like is traveling through the forest and comes upon a little shack and goes inside, and he falls asleep and he wakes up and there's a cat.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, oh, that's weird. And he goes back to sleep and he wakes up later and there's two cats.
Oh.
And he's like, the second cat is bigger than the first. And the first cat says, should we do it now?
Ew.
And the bigger cat says, no, let's wait till Martin comes.
Oh.
And this keeps happening, and the cats are
Oh
getting
my
bigger
God.
and bigger. And then he's like, I got the fuck out of there. I don't want to see how big Martin was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Martin is
Martin's
like,
do it.
I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good.
Whoa.
This has
Wait
been
till
really
Martin comes.
Really fun, Shaddai. Oh, wait,
Yeah,
tell
thank
us about
you.
your podcast.
Oh yeah. So I am currently, I've been playing D&D for like the last year and a half, maybe two. I'm on a second campaign right now, and it's called Party in Peril, where this time around in this campaign, we're playing the villains. And
Cool.
so now like we've changed the role where we're the villains and our point of view of how we're like going into this new realm. But it's been very, very interesting. It's my first time doing D&D, or last year was, but I love that whole strategy games. Like I love, you know how we were talking about the thing and the board game.
Yeah.
So when I played that, I was the thing kind of thing, and I had to pretend, like you have to sort of like
Yes.
fuck with people and be like, oh no, like that room it's locked. Like I already looked at that room. There's no one there, but really like,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
shit going on. And I love that. Like I love playing strategy games. I love where I can think about my move and how how to fuck with people's heads and get away with it, basically.
Yes.
So there's something cool about it. So the podcast that we're in is called Party in Peril, and that's basically all it is. It's just different sort of games. We'll probably do like a Star Wars one later on, but there's so many other like strategy build up games that, you know, just kind of like exercises that stimulation, that mental stimulation within it. So
Yeah.
I love it.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
Is there anything else you want to plug or promote or tell people how to find you?
Yeah, you can follow us or find us on Nerd Sloth. That's actually like I guess like not really a network, but we have like a whole bunch of other archival podcasts from different shows that I've been on, like way back in the years. I had one about just sex, had one about comics, had one about a whole bunch of different things. So I'm sure it's on there. But yeah, nerdsloth.com. We have an Instagram, same Twitter, things like that. And there'll be like a list of all these different shows. And I think there's going to be another one for like spooky stuff as well.
Ooh,
So
Cool.
fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what about-
There's one called Night Marathon, which is about like horror movies, which
Cool.
Nice.
I'll check that out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so much for being with us,
Yeah,
Shaddai.
thank you.
yeah, thank
great.
you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
It was
Awesome.
fun. Boopity boo! That's very funny. That is what Nicole does that when we record our other podcast.
Oh,
So
that's great.
I stole it.
You stole it from her.
Oh gosh,
Hey,
it was
that's
so great
okay.
to talk to Shaddai.
How fun and what a rad human being.
She's really awesome. She's an
Yeah.
awesome person. Always has been, always will be.
Always will be. Oh, how cool. Like
Yeah.
what a It seemed like you guys had a blast too. Becoming friends.
Yeah, we were partying. We were going nuts.
Good.
All right, I'm gonna read you a story.
Yes, please.
Okay, this is entitled "Haunting in a SoCal Mountain House with a Little Girl." Wow, that haunting in a SoCal mountain house with a little girl. That's a lot of words that I don't
Whoa.
quite yet fully understand them all. Let's go.
Let's
All right.
figure it out.
Hey guys, you guys are awesome. I've binged all of your show. It's great to listen to during the witching hour.
What? You're too brave. That's too scary.
Please keep my name anonymous or make one up if you by chance would like to use this story. Okay, we're going to call you
We're making-
Tipper.
Tipper Gore.
Tipper Gore.
What if you
Tipper.
scroll down? You're like, oops, it's Tipper Gore's email.
I didn't already say the name, right?
No, you said Tipper.
Okay, just want to make sure. I was like, maybe I did say it already. Whoopsie.
I don't think
Okay.
so. I don't think so.
I'll never know. No way to find out. Okay. I keep feeling like I should send over one of my few stories, many of which my partner has experienced in tandem with me.
Cool.
We'll share the below, but happy to share more as I have plenty. Oh,
Yes,
already.
do it, Tipper Gore.
Tippy.
Come on.
Tippity. My partner and I love to do Airbnbs together at
Al
least 4
Gore.
times a year.
That's Al Gore.
Tipper, yeah, the Al, my partner Al Gore and I.
I'm sorry. I'll drop it.
No. Al Gore invented the internet.
Al Gore.
Okay. My partner Al Gore and I love to do Airbnbs together at least 4
Hell
times a
yes.
year.
Nice.
We are LA locals. Hey, dude.
Yeah.
And book them to explore California through these weekend getaways. A couple of years ago, we booked a mountain house in the San Bernardino Mountains in a super small town. The San Bernardino Mountains cover a large territory.
Yep.
I think I know where those are. That's like on the way to Big
That's-
Bear and stuff.
Yeah. That's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
The town where we rented this particular house consists of a single store with things like firewood and frozen food, toilet
Ooh.
paper and soap, and is next to one small park around a tiny lake. And there are like 20 surrounding Christian camps, which creeps me out itself.
Very creepy. Whoa.
Oh, I love this already.
You
I love
got
I
it,
love it.
Tipper Gore. You gotta send us the name of this town.
Crystal Lake Town.
Yes, yes.
Okay. We pulled up to the house we booked. One of those homes where the first story is at the bottom of a hill and the second story is built along the slope of a hill.
Yeah.
It's a very dark first floor entry with 2 bedrooms across from one another at the base of the stairs. Very non-feng shui energy.
Yeah.
The second story is in the living space with an The second story is the living space with an open kitchen and huge windows that open out to the deck,
Nice.
bright and filled with light. We walk around the small town, make dinner, and go to bed pretty early. Right as I'm falling asleep in the weird downstairs bedroom, I hear what is best described as a loud and sudden owl screech in my ear.
Ew, owl screech.
I decided to chalk it up to some of those weird voices or sounds you hear when you're on the brink of sleep, which I believe is much bigger universal consciousness thing in general, but that's a different story.
Whoa, yeah. Whoa.
That just made me think of, have I ever talked about the Bubble app?
What?
It's like this sleep app that like catches, it's like people record their dreams and there's like worldwide, there will be trends in dreams. And it's not always to do with like what's happening in the world, but it'll be like across like internationally, there will be like people are dreaming about zoos or like
do you put in what you dreamed about?
yeah, you log it and there's like all these
What?
keywords and stuff so that they can like categorize it.
Whoa.
I don't know if it's really
I
called.
went to Vegas and had a bunch of dumplings.
Oh God, that's you dream about living the dream.
That's it.
Well,
Whoa, that's cool.
within minutes, I started hearing what feels like a voice in my head, but also aimed at my ear that is not turned onto the pillow.
No.
It's a young girl's voice saying, "My daddy doesn't like you anymore."
Oh, no. Ooh, I just got so many chills. That's disgusting.
Oh my God.
daddy doesn't like you anymore.
My daddy doesn't like you anymore.
Ew.
Or my daddy doesn't like you anymore.
Stop it, Marcy. You're sick for doing that.
My daddy doesn't like you anymore.
Ew. Stop it.
She sounded very upset and around the age of 6 years old.
Oh.
It felt as if she had liked me, but then her dad did not, and now she was angry with me. You know how kids will get upset over something their parents is upset about, and it just kind of mimic their anger, even though they don't fully understand the situation.
Yep.
It had that feeling. I know that exactly. That is a perfect way to describe it that I never thought of before.
Yeah.
Tipper, you're brilliant.
Tipper Gore. You got it.
Tipper. I am aware and always try to open my mind, communicating and tuning in while I fall asleep. So once again, I chalk this up to that phenomenon. Cut to probably around 2 a.m. I hear what sounds like someone running up and down the stairs outside the bedroom we are in.
Oh.
So loud, almost like a heavy ball is being tumbled up and down the stairs. I realize my partner is sleeping next to me and not being woken up by it. So I figure I'm overreacting.
What?
I assume I'm hearing things in this house I'm unfamiliar with. It gets worse.
No, stop.
Constant Tipper. Constant running up and down the stairs, loudly walking around the kitchen above us. At some point, my partner gets up out of bed. I don't say anything. I hear him walk around. I hear Al walk around upstairs and come back to bed. Al does this a couple times, and when he does, the other sounds stop for that period.
Oh.
The sounds happened all night. I barely sleep. In the morning, I walk upstairs to have breakfast and coffee with Al, my man.
With my man Al.
With my man, who is already up early as usual. He asks, "How did you sleep?" I respond, "Bad." His eyes light up as he asks me why, and I start just by talking about the noises in the house. He had spent the entire night silently next to me in bed, hearing all the same sounds. That's why he went upstairs in the middle of the night. He just assumed I was sleeping through it all, like I had assumed with him. Communication, guys, is key. Al, Tipper, you gotta communicate.
Al, Tip, come on.
Not only that, oh God, he had dreamt of a young girl begging to come inside from the deck on the second story.
Jesus, I am covered in chills.
Oh
Ew,
God.
don't let her in, man.
I have piss all over my seat. So gross. The cats are lapping it up.
Mercy.
Oh God, I pissed myself and my cats love it.
That means I gotta keep pissing myself.
I gotta make the kitties happy. Okay, sorry. Okay. In the dream, he went to her. He is a father of a daughter. That's just a side note about Al. We all know Al Gore's got kids. Okay. So in the dream, he went to her because he's a father of a daughter. And before he went to let her into the house, though, through the sliding glass door on the deck, her hands and face began to press through the glass as it emerged. And as it emerged through the glass, it revealed itself as a ghostly screaming corpse. A river of piss in my house. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it looks like that movie River Wild. Oh shit!
I'm
I
like,
just saw Meryl Streep go off a big thing. What?
Okay.
Wait, will you read that sentence one more
Okay.
time? Because
Not
it's
only-
perfect.
Okay, I'm going to read it all. Not only that, he had dreamed of a young girl begging to come inside from the deck on the second story. In the dream, he went to her. He's a father of a daughter. And before he went to let her into the house through the sliding glass doors to the deck, her hands and face began to press through the glass. And as it emerged through the glass, it revealed itself as a ghostly screaming corpse.
Oh God, that's like beautifully written.
I also like that it's like from being a child to this corpse, it goes from like her to it like immediately.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
So
Ooh, this is. Oh, I got so many chills, and I can see on your screen, piss is just filling up.
I'm worried about my computer.
Yeah.
He messaged. Oh, we've been getting giggle fits in these lately.
Lots of giggles.
He messaged the owner once our trip was over and asked her, had she ever experienced anything weird in the house? She was super cool about it and intrigued, but she said they hadn't. She then asked him if we had unplugged the outdoor security cameras during our stay. The main one being on the deck where my partner dreamed of the little girl asking to be let in. Apparently, when we arrived, the cameras had turned off. And when we left, the cameras
They
went
turned back
right
on.
back on.
No. Oh shit.
We did not unplug them. We didn't even notice the cameras. The owners said they have never had them turn off before. All they know about their vacation home is that the last owners had left the house with everything in it, including prescription medications.
Don't buy that.
Laundry still in the dryer,
Don't buy
dishes,
that.
open doors, paperwork, and mail, everything. But here's why they did buy it, Betsy, because it's a rental property, so they don't care.
All right.
Like my neighbor just bought a house in Joshua Tree, and it's like, yeah, that's like
Joshua
not.
Tree.
I didn't say Joshua Tree.
Joshua
Die. I could have Joshua
Whoa.
Tree.
I mean, yes, but also something happened.
Wait, could you get more money on a rental if it's haunted?
I think depending on some places, yes.
If it were like Halloween and I was like, Betsy, do you want to go stay in a haunted house with me? We'll have a bunch of friends. We'll all go and it'll be nuts. Would you do it?
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
I would be a mess the whole time. But
Great, because I'm gonna message Tipper and ask.
Tipper, let's do it. I'd give it a whirl.
Since
I
my
might
partner and
have a
I,
heart attack.
yeah, well,
But
we'll
that's
bring
okay.
some beta blockers.
Perfect. There we go.
Since my partner and I have both had other paranormal experiences apart and together, we instinctively feel like something had followed us there.
Oh,
We don't necessarily think the house itself was the haunting. Something just happened to decide to join us on our vacation. Thanks, Betsy and Marcy. Keep it up, Tipper.
Whoa, Tipper Gore. That's wow. And something fun. I think the house. If when they bought the house and everything was still there, everything. It's the house. And Tipper, I think, Gore, you and Al are just, maybe more sensitive and kind of more accepting of like, we see these things. And so maybe they're like, hell yeah, game on. Turn the cameras off. Let's scare them.
Because you would think that if it followed them there, it would follow them other places, right?
Right.
That's my stinking.
That's good stinking. Wow, that was really
that was
lots of good chills.
Pretty
lots of fucking
pretty scary.
Good heightening to the camera shutting off to then the house being oof.
Oh
wow, that really nailed me. That really nailed me in the face.
Found my oar. I found my oar. So I'm paddling down my river of piss.
Don't let Kevin Bacon get you. Don't let Kevin Bacon get you. Okay, are you ready for one?
I'm ready.
This is called Classy AF Ghosts and Cat Mom.
Ooh.
All right. Hi, Marcy and Betsy. First, I absolutely adore you both and this podcast.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you. This podcast fills a void in my life that I didn't even know existed. I probably sound like a maniac to my neighbors laughing hysterically while listening, but worth it.
Aww.
Nice. Be that maniac neighbor. I love it. I have 2 short and sweet stories to share. Okay, number 1. This one comes from my mom. My mom grew up in Vietnam with 8 siblings. She was one of the oldest, so you could imagine she needed her space from her younger siblings. I bet. So in the attic, she would put up a makeshift tent to have some privacy and room of her own. One night, her tent was set up and ready for her occupancy. But when she went up to the attic, she started hearing whispers.
No, thank you.
Turn around.
Every now and then there is a whisper in my attic, and I'm gonna cry and throw up.
Turn around so you're not haunted.
We gotta work on our parody. Our lyrics are all over the place.
You know what? I'm gonna blame it on Zoom.
Yeah, it's the
if
lag.
We had been in our music studio, we would have just created gold.
Gold. I love gold.
I love gold. Gold member. He eats his skin. So gross. Okay. Started hearing whispers. She started walking towards the tent. A clearly brave person, as I would have ran in the other direction and screamed for my life. I'm with you. I would have fucking bailed. No. I would have thrown the tent out the window and lit the house on fire.
I was going to say burn, kill everyone inside.
Okay. The whispers then became more audible, and she realized it was in Japanese, not Vietnamese, her native language. Vietnamese.
Yeah,
man. Yeah,
so
I know.
Reading throws it off. I get it.
Reading is hard. Okay, when she looked in the tent, she saw 2 older Japanese men in business suits talking to one another.
Oh.
Immediately, as her presence was known, they both turned their head to look at her. She described it as her blood literally running cold, and that's when she booked it out of there. Whew. However, she never interpreted them as malicious. Maybe they needed a meeting space beyond the grave to discuss business matters. She would tell me this as a bedtime story when I was a child. Kind of questions her idea of comforting bedtime story, LOL. Good night, moon would have sufficed. Whoa!
Good night, moon's also very melancholy.
I don't know what that's about. You're saying good night to the moon?
Yeah. I'm going night-night myself. I started yawning.
Once we say good night, Marcy just collapses.
I don't know why. It's like a Pavlovian thing. It is because it's 4:37 right now.
Dark.
It's so dark outside.
I was just saying, I was like, oh my God, it's fucking nighttime now.
Should I start going to bed at like 8 p.m. and then waking up at 4 a.m. so I can get more daylight?
I mean, that's very like pioneer woman of you.
Yeah, I'll kill a snake.
That's also so pioneering.
Yeah, I'll kill a snake and then marry a man that his
Hates
wife
you.
died in labor and take that kid. That's my kid now, right?
This is my kid now, huh? That's how it works. Okay.
But why were Japanese businessmen in her tent?
It's so... The specifics are so incredible. Like...
And it wasn't, she didn't wake up to it. She
Right.
walked into it.
She walked into it. They noticed her.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just like rent's really expensive in Japan.
So let's go to Vietnam and
They gotta be dead and go to Vietnam because the only way their business can thrive.
right.
Yeah.
And so I wonder what that is, or was it like what's the one where it's like you pretty much you see a snippet of something that had happened.
Yeah, like
know
a
what I'm saying?
time slip or
Yes,
like
maybe that.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like Japan and Vietnam are different places, right?
They're different places. Yes,
They're definitely like
They're
pretty far away, right?
Yes, they're different places. I
They're-
know that's so strange and specific. And yeah, it wasn't as though she was like in a dream state or like groggy.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude. I don't know.
Why are those business people in your?
I don't know.
Maybe they had a proposition for business for your mom.
Yeah, maybe they weren't ghosts, and your mom's just like, "Hey, I'm trying to get in."
Like a Shark Tank situation.
Yes, I got a really great product. I'm trying to get on Shark Tank. Remember that Shark Tank where it's the dude like trying to like he's like selling a lock, like a really good lock, quote unquote, for your doors. And he has a door that he's like, here's just a normal everyday lock. And he like deadbolts it and stuff and cannot break the door down.
He was trying to prove that it's a bad lock. So.
Yes. And he's like, he runs at it and like has two legs up kicking it. Like he has like a hammer and he's bashing it. It is so funny. I'll send you the clip.
Oh my God.
It really made me
please
very
send
happy. Okay, number 2. This story is my personal one. My mom passed away from breast cancer, and I had a really rough time dealing with it.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
so sorry.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
She was the most caring person in the world, and her death was very sudden. Okay, a couple of years later, I noticed this feral black cat, which I named Boba, roaming my backyard and eating grass. Feeling so bad for her, I put out food and water and would try to pet her, but being a feral cat, she was very skittish to human touch. Marcy knows all about that.
Oh, I got a bunch of them in my house right now that are just like that.
Just like that. Fast forward a year later, Boba finally allowed me to pet her, but never pick her up. And even though she would venture in the house, she would never sit in my lap. Yes, it took an eternity just to build up to touching her. I spell this out because what happened next is strange. It was the anniversary of Mom's death, and Boba jumped on my bed, which she has never done, and laid on my chest. Again, I could barely touch her without her running away most times. She just laid on my chest peacefully. I can't articulate why, but I just felt like my mom was channeling Boba to be with me since she couldn't physically. Just to clarify, I don't think my cat is my mom, but I do believe that morning on the anniversary of her passing, my mom sent Boba to check up on me and console me. This has never happened again, but that moment comforts me, though. I'm sorry. This has never happened again, but that moment comforts me. Those times I really miss my mom.
Oh.
And Boba is part of the family now, obviously. I hope these weren't too long. Keep it spooky. Take care, Liz.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That is so, like, just a special, like,
Yeah.
something told Boba, hey, go take care of Liz.
Yeah.
You know? Oh,
Boba. That's so sweet. And I would feel this like my cats are the mommy cat's not so feral. She doesn't like to be picked up, but the other cats are like pretty wild. So if one of them just suddenly one day came to lay on my chest, I would definitely think it was some sort of divination.
yes. Oh, that is so sweet.
I know. Ugh, these were so good, you guys.
These were really great. Thank you so much for sending them
Yes.
to us. They bring us a lot of joy.
I know.
Truly, in this wild time.
Wild time. Well, I have a meeting.
Wild time.
I got a meeting with some Japanese ghost business guys. So
wait, so you know these dudes?
No, these are other guys. These are probably
okay. Because you got an idea for Shark Tank, right?
Yeah. It's I can't think of an idea, guys. I tried.
That's okay.
It's a rubber duck that holds you in the bathtub. It's weird.
I mean, that's a pretty great idea.
Just hold you up.
But Marcy, I know it's dark out, so you got to go to bed so you can make butter in the morning. Do you have enough candles for walking to your bedroom?
Oh, I just use the moonlight.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't have a roof. So.
Yeah. Well, be careful of hawks trying to pick at you.
Oh yeah, I always wake up with nits all in my hair. It's a nightmare. A gopher in my a gopher up my pantaloons.
I mean, that one felt kind of good though, right?
The gopher? Oh yeah, I'd
Up your
wiggle around in there.
pantaloons? Ooh,
I thought it was my husband.
Shh, don't joke. He'll get mad.
Yeah, he's so jealous.
He's so jealous of that gopher. Are you with that gopher again?
You better not be
no,
with that.
Jeremiah. No, of course not.
Woohoo! All right, well.
Oh yeah, we did it.
Time to make the bread. I don't know. Bye.
Bye. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy. And don't shit your pants.
That was a HeadGum podcast.